everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Class or Pass podcast with me, your host, Emer Maguire. It's lovely to be back. Hello to all our watchers and listeners. Hello to all our patrons as well. Patrons? Why did I say it like that?
Patrons.
Patrons. It really confuses me because it's Patreon and then patrons, so I get confused. But hello to everyone. If you don't already subscribe over there, go and do it. We put on extra episodes and lots of behind the scene content. But thank you for joining us. Do we have any updates with anything this week?
What does the word patron even mean?
Patron?
Mm-hmm.
Patron means like ambassador. Like I'm the patron of here, patron of this clinic.
Yeah.
And I'm the patron of a few charities as well.
But then there's patron saint, isn't there?
Well, I am a patron saint. Absolutely. I'm glad you recognised that. So I can't remember. I was going to say, oh yeah, big news for people who are watching. What is the big news?
New dates released for the tour.
Yes. So my new show, Perfectly Chaotic, has sold out for the Waterfront in Belfast for November, which is 8 months away, which I don't know who bought all those tickets, but
Your mom.
my mom, her pension's going a long way. But I'm delighted. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. We had put out tickets for Derry for the Millennium Forum. We put those out on a Friday. I think by the Monday there was 500 or 600 gone. There's only a couple of hundred left for that. And then people were saying, oh, come here. So we have announced a whole swath. Is that a word? Swath?
You're asking the person who doesn't know many words.
We have released a whole wreck of new dates. So I think maybe like 14 across Northern Ireland, maybe 15. One for Dublin, where I've never done one of my own gigs. One for Glasgow, Manchester. We're also adding London and Liverpool, which is very, very, very exciting. Someone did say, please come to Australia. I don't have the budget to go to Australia. I couldn't afford a flight to
If Australia could do a little whip around to get you over.
Yeah. Do you know what? If Australia get out the wee buckets.
Stand at the traffic lights.
Yeah, stand at the traffic lights and say, we are supporting an Irish artiste to come over here. Please do that, because
Apparently she's a patron saint.
I could be the patron saint of Australia. If you let me in, I will be the patron saint of Australia. So I would love that, but just don't have the funds for that. You know, I'm struggling artist. So
A few people have asked for other places like Mayo, and you can't even afford that. So
Mayo, Wicklow, Wexford.
somebody said further south in Dublin.
Further south, the cost of living in the south. I couldn't stretch to that. But again, if people subscribe to the Patreon, I might be able to afford.
Well, this is it. And you also need to get all these other tickets sold first before you can consider.
Yes, because someone said, are you going to do another Waterfront show? And I would love to. Do you think the guys who do my shows are going to let me do another Waterfront show if all these other tickets aren't sold? I don't think so. So please come. It's going to be a brand new show, brand new tour. My shows are always the best times of my life. They are great, aren't they, Camera Sam? Mm-hmm. Like, they are. People be laughing, tears of laughter, tears of emotion, more than a comedy show. It's a little bit heartfelt as well, but it's always great.
Why don't you tell them how it was named?
That's all you want to put out there, isn't it? Camera Sam named it.
Well,
tell us how you named it.
I named it because somebody accused you of being a bit unorganised.
Mm-hmm.
And
or disorganised, whatever way you like to say.
And I was a bit annoyed by this because that's what makes you you.
Yes.
Someone
said, imagine the dizzying heights I could reach if I had organisational skills.
And my argument was, but you can do what you wouldn't if you were organised. You wouldn't be Emer, and you wouldn't be capable of doing all the things you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
And in my little
That's like
rant,
someone saying, if you weren't autistic, imagine the heights you could reach.
yeah, you were just doing. You'd
because
be
that's why I'm disorganised. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be what?
A speech and language therapist.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Good solid career. I did leave it, but it's a good solid career.
Anyway,
I couldn't do it because of my lack of skills.
During my rant,
you're very protective. You're like a mother lion.
Yeah. During my rant about this, I had said, yes, you were chaotic, but you were perfectly chaotic. And then the next thing we were like, hang on a minute. That's a good name for a show.
Yeah, and you really liked it. And you have brought up ever since the fact that you named the show. And anytime I mention the show, or anytime anyone says, what's it called? And I say Perfectly Chaotic, you're like, tell them I named it. Tell them I named it. It is a good name.
It is.
It's good. I like it. Yeah. I do like it. Do you know what all my old shows were called? My other shows?
Yeah, well, you had Notions.
I had Notions, my current one.
You had Socially Awkward.
Socially Awkward, yep.
You had... I know them, but I can't think of them.
And you didn't really know me. We've had One for the Road, which was my first show, which was a tour. It was only a couple of dates, but it was a tour for me. I had In Her Element, which was whenever I used to talk a little bit more about science as well. And Hilarious Humans was my first ever one.
Oh, very good.
So I was talking all about people, yeah. So nice little transition there. And Perfectly Chaotic. The titles are getting more and more me with every year. But this...
To be fair, you had come up with one and you were putting it out to the votes, but like to your friends and family, and everybody kept picking the one I picked. And I could tell you really wanted your own one.
I wanted it to be called Underdog.
Yeah.
Because I have very much felt my whole life that I'm an underdog in everything that I do. And, you know, people have never thought of me as someone who's going to maybe stand out for the right reasons and things. But I wanted to call the show that because also the link with Dougal, you know, dog, but also underdog. You know, I'm a comedian, but I feel very much in the minority because, you know, I'm female, I'm gay, I'm autistic.
Well, do you know what?
What?
When you do the SSE arena, you can call that underdog.
Okay.
But we have to spell it D-O-double-G.
Underdog.
Can I pet that dog?
Yeah, so I like that name, but everyone else liked Perfectly Chaotic better. And I like that too.
Anyway, on to our actual podcast, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I like to have a little chat at the start, just to catch up with people. Because we're making friends doing this. I actually had a request while I'm doing a gig in Dublin. And someone said, I'm a fan of the podcast, so for your gig in Dublin, can you bring Dougal? And can you also bring Camera Sam? That's the first time you've ever been shouted out, which was nice.
Who asked this?
I'll not reveal their name for GDPR.
Right, okay.
No, I will. I think they were called maybe CJ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to CJ. So they had requested Dougal and Camera Sam.
Cute.
Very cute.
I'll be signing my autograph for everybody.
Camera Sam.
How do you spell camera?
How does you? How do you spell Sam? Oh, and with that.
Anyway, so first topic is compers. This might need a bit of an explanation.
What's a comper? Is that like a?
Come on, what do you think it is?
I don't like an item of clothing.
What?
Compers?
Comper? What? Why did you think it meant that?
Never mind. I'm thinking of clots.
Excuse me, what?
I'm thinking of culottes. Culottes. You don't know what that is?
Is it a type of clothing?
Culottes.
A type of shoes?
No, it's like a thing that girls wear, and they're like a wide leg 3/4 length.
Okay.
A culotte.
Okay. No.
Maybe I'm not pronouncing that right. I think it's French. A culotte.
Anyway,
hang on.
Oh, here we go.
No, let me look it up. I wouldn't even know where to start. Culotte trousers. Wouldn't even know where to start with spelling it. No, it's autocorrected to coloured trousers. Culotte. Oh, I've spelled it Culotte. Culottes are a versatile knee to calf length wide leg trouser designed to resemble a skirt while offering the comfort and practicality of pants. So it's a long skirt.
Knee to calf length?
Yeah, I'll show you a picture.
You mean like...
I'll pop a picture up.
They can be either knee all the way down to... I thought you meant they actually went from the knee to the calf. I'm like, how did they stay there?
Like that's clots.
Okay.
But that's not what you said.
No, I said compers.
So when you said compers, I was thinking clots. Okay, so compers, what the hell's that?
Somebody who does competitions a lot. Like basically all day, every day. Like it's their
all day, every day.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Compers?
Compers. Compers.
Oh, wow. I've never heard that.
Compers. Yeah. So somebody who basically just enters all of the competitions.
Okay. But wait, people do this all day, every day?
Uh-huh.
Is that not just a gambling addict?
It could be an addiction, yeah.
Well, it could,
Well, I mean, it could be
must be.
the free to enter a competition.
But if that's what you do all day, every day, that must be an addiction and you need help.
Well, it's not doing any harm, is it?
Gambling?
Yeah, how is it gambling if you're entering a competition? I'm not talking about prize guys here. I'm talking about entering a free competition to win a TV.
I don't know. I think that still falls under the...
But what harm is it? They're not spending any money.
Yeah, but I don't think they're always free, are they, those competitions?
It means the free ones.
Oh, right, so free only.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no disrespect to gamblers there. I just, my religion doesn't allow it. Free competitions all day, every day. Well, do you know what?
Or just maybe in their spare time. Maybe not all day, every day. You're taking
all
that
day,
really
every
literally.
day. I'm taking it literally because that's what you said. And I thought...
Okay, in their spare time.
Someone is sitting at home all day, every day. I thought, that's a problem. Well, first of all, I've never heard of it. I don't know people who enter competitions like that on the regular.
Oh, I have some stories for you then.
Do you?
I don't do it, but I know somebody who used to do it full time.
Full time?
Around their full-time job.
Who?
My sister.
What?
She won 5 holidays. Took me on one of them. You know this.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so did she just sit at home and enter competitions?
Well, I mean, she does have a job, guys. Like, she does have a really good job. So, yeah, during her spare time, she would just enter all these competitions. Like, every time I went round to her house, she lives in Manchester, but every time I would have went round to visit her house was full of stuff that she had won. Like, one time I went round and she had, like, it, and she would have entered smaller ones, big ones. Well, she won 5 holidays.
Why are we not doing this?
Because it's so time-consuming. So time-consuming.
But sure, you don't do much else. Maybe we could do this.
Well, let me tell you what.
I would love a free holiday.
Well, she won a free holiday to China.
What?
2 weeks in China. She won a free holiday to Malaysia, and it was like a really luxurious one, and they went to like some rainforest and everything.
Holy moly.
She won a holiday in Scotland, and then I think the other one was in like Guernsey, is it that how you pronounce it, or something like that? And the one she brought me on was to New Zealand.
You are kidding me.
I went to New Zealand for free.
There's me saying I can't go to Australia because I can't afford the flights.
Yeah, I got there for free.
Somebody get me a competition. Oh my god, I'll go on a world tour using competitions.
She also used to, like, I remember going around to her house and she would have had like a tote bag full of Rimmel makeup. She won a TV one time. She won a year's supply of Special K. She's now disgusted with Special K, can't eat it anymore.
A year's supply of... Does she have any left?
No, it's long gone.
Oh my god.
But she taught me how to do it. And I did it for about 6 weeks.
I wonder if Cocoa Pops have any ones that are like...
Well, do you want to know what I won when I did it for 6 weeks?
What?
I won a year's supply of Comfort fabric softener.
That's good. That smells delicious.
They deliver it all at once. It's not that great.
Oh, like my toilet roll that I get delivered all at once? A year's supply of toilet
Everybody
roll?
in my street had Comfort fabric softener because I was giving it away to everybody.
Do you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to look up and see what free to enter competitions there are.
Well, I can tell you how to do it. There's a way of actually doing it quite easily.
How?
So, you know Money Saving Expert?
Yes.
If
Martin
you go,
Lewis?
Yes, if you go onto their forums, they basically have them listed. And you just go through the list.
Okay, so Money Saving Expert. So I'm looking this up right now. Free to enter. Can be found in their competitions. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to see. New compers, please read.
Hello.
I cannot believe this is a thing. Right, let's see. Standard online competitions. Okay. Right. Some of these are really weird. Win an amazing Miracle Grow bundle. Would you enter that? You know I love to in my garden.
Well, people who love gardening would enter that.
Six piece roasting set. What's that mean?
A piece, like probably like a roasting tray or like
for cooking.
Yeah. Some kind
Country
of
Candle Co. gift box. I'd love this. Win tickets to the Southern Home Building and Renovating Show. I would like that. Right, what else is there? Win a retired Jellycat Taggart plush.
Nah.
We'd like this.
What?
Win the ultimate gaming day out at the Science Museum plus pizza for 2.
Do you know my
We would
sister
love
actually
that.
won? My sister lives in Manchester, and do you know what she won?
What?
Afternoon tea in the Europa.
That's
And
amazing.
She gifted it to me.
But wait, here's one for me. Win a 2-piece DeWalt tool bundle. The bundle includes a brushless combi drill, a brushless impact driver, batteries, and a charger. Great odds and a guaranteed winner. I might enter that. I might actually enter that.
Well, can we do it after the podcast? I don't want to be here all night.
Yeah, but can we just see what else there is? Oh, a getaway to the Isles of Scilly. Never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
A copy of GTA 6, Assassin's Creed, won £1,000 each week with Daily Mail. No, I don't think so. Not that one. A Ford Custom Transit van worth 40k. 100,000. Oh my god! Won a year of bamboo toilet paper. That would save me a fortune because I get delivered, right? They should sponsor me. What are they called? The ones I get? Wipe your hole or something? No, what are they called? What are they called?
I don't know. Is it like they just like the plasticless bit of toilet
Yeah, it's
paper
like
fillies?
eco-friendly. Let me see. Delivered toilet roll. Delivered toilet roll. Do I see what the name of it is? Who gives a crap? I knew it was something a little bit vulgar, so it's called Who Gives a Crap. This episode is not sponsored, but if they would like to sponsor me, that would be fantastic. And I get it a year's supply at a time. See, right? When my brothers visit, my year's supply
Ew.
just really reduces at a massive rate.
That's gross.
So I'm not getting my money's worth.
No.
I might start asking
start
people to
charging
bring
them.
their own toilet roll.
I think you should, yeah.
I think
it's
I
a
might.
really normal thing to do.
Because that's I know, that's like, that's special stuff. I'm trying to help the environment. But I would recommend it. It's good and it's nice and soft on your bum. It's lovely. What was our topic?
Compers. Can I tell you about
compers.
Can I tell you about the holiday that my sister took me on?
Yeah.
Because it's a good little story.
Okay. That's
So
allowed.
when I used to work in an office years ago and
Doing what?
It was a security company.
Were you a security man?
No, I worked in the office. Like I would have done the vetting for people to come security guards.
You were a vet.
The vetting.
You were a vet.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, you were doing vetting like DBS checks and stuff.
Yeah,
Police
like
checks.
yeah, kind of something like that.
Okay.
So
Okay, I
that's
see.
completely irrelevant to the story. But I had a big boss that worked there, and he used to always see me reading. So one day he brought me in. He asked me, did I read like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or anything like that? And I was like, no.
What?
No, absolutely. They're not my type of thing at all. Wouldn't be interested. So the next day he brought his copy of The Hobbit in. Mm-hmm. So then I felt like I had to read it. Like I remember being so annoyed. And for the first 4 chapters, which are really long, I was
boring.
like, kill me now, this is awful. But after about 4 chapters, I did get into it and I was like, this is really cool. So anyway, read it.
I hate Lord of the Rings with a passion.
The Hobbit is good.
I read it probably in P7 and I wasn't a fan. I read it, but I just found it so boring. But it's not my type of thing.
You don't like fantasy.
I don't like fantasy. I don't like back in time. Don't like any of it.
So give him his book back, and he it was honestly about 2 days later, and my sister messaged me saying, do you fancy going to New Zealand, because I've just won a holiday there? And I was like, what? Like, of course.
You're like, I'm the biggest fan of The Hobbit.
Well, it was not, I didn't know this at this point, but then she says, oh, by the way, it's a Hobbit themed holiday because they just recorded the first one of it.
Oh,
and it was all
my
filmed in New
God.
Zealand. And she says, it's actually Hobbit themed. We're going to do all the filming locations of the Hobbit. She was like, I don't know if that puts you off or not. And I was like, put me off, girl. So I jumped
Girl,
off my
I'm
seat.
Frodo.
I ran into my manager's office and be like, guess what? I was like, I need 3 weeks off.
I'm a Hobbit now, boy. I'm going to the Shire.
And I did. We went to Hobbitland, Hobbitonland, or whatever it's called. Hobbiton, that's it. And we went to all these different, but we started right at the top. Is it Auckland?
Auckland, yeah.
And we travelled the whole way down then to Wellington, Christchurch, and Queenstown, Queensland. Can't remember the name.
I thought that was Australia. Canberra, no?
Queen something.
I don't know. I'm not good at geography, as you know.
But basically, we travelled from the very top all the way, all for free. Did all these excursions.
That's insane.
It was unreal. All our flights, like we flew with Air New Zealand, which was unreal. It's like very similar to British Airways. It was all included. It was amazing. Like it was brilliant. I did
a camper.
I did a that's where I did my, what do you call it when you jump off a bridge? Bungee jump.
That's amazing.
It was fab, and it was all for free. And do you know what?
What?
That competition, it was with what do you call that company that do laptops? Acer?
ASOS?
ASOS?
ASUS? There's ASUS. Oh,
No,
you mean
Acer,
you mean
ACCER?
Acer?
Yes.
Sorry, I can tell your
ASCR
accent.
or something like that.
ACER.
That one. So it was them and Hobbiton or wherever it was had come together to make. So not only did she win this holiday, she won a free laptop as well in the same
What?
competition.
That is mental.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah.
Oh my god! So that is. I might actually start entering them.
Yeah.
I really might, because
It is time
I want to
consuming.
travel. I want to go places. Don't have the money for it, so I might actually do that. My brother did win a competition one time, so he had entered on my dad's Sky, like some golf thing. It was like tickets to the Open or something, and then they rang my parents' house. And my mum answered, and the person was like, "Oh, you've won a competition." My mum was like, "Nice try."
Let's try scammer.
Nice try, scammer. See you in hell. And then, like, Connor came home, and my mum was like, "Oh, someone rang saying about a and Connor was like, "What?" And he had won a trip for like 4 people to go to the Open. I don't know, it was maybe Scotland or something. But like all expenses paid.
Did
like
he still get it?
meet the
Or
stars
did his
after,
mum-
get to go into the Sky Sports studio, meet the presenters and everything. So yeah, he was able to contact them, and he still got it. But imagine if my mum hadn't happened to say to him, "When you hear I got a scam call," like. But that is like the amount, and it was partly class.
That's cool. I won.
Accommodation,
I
everything.
won a weekend in the Killyheaven one time as well. Actually,
Where's that?
Years ago.
Enniskillen?
Enniskillen, yeah. It was really cool.
Is it? I've only been in it once.
It was one of those Facebook competitions, you know, the like and share things. It was one of those.
I've only won one thing ever.
What was that?
I entered
Me.
I entered a competition in primary school.
Oh gosh.
It was a drawing competition for Road Safety Awareness Week.
What did you draw?
I drew I drew somebody cycling across a road and getting hit by a car. That's what I drew. And I won the competition.
Do you still have the picture anywhere?
I might do. I won the competition, and I got to go to an award ceremony. And do you know what I won?
What?
A helmet. That's what I won. Because it was road safety where we must have been having. Do you remember we used to have Cycle Week? We must have been having, and I remember, and see the pride of me winning that.
I bet you ran around wearing that helmet.
Oh, I put it on at the ceremony. I thought they probably thought I arrived in it. They probably thought it was medically mandated. That's the only thing I've ever won,
That's poor.
competition wise.
Yeah.
I know. I thought it was great.
When I was in primary school, I won a fancy dress competition.
Sorry, I was going to say I also won. I also won World Book Day character basically every year.
What? Oh, really? Okay.
But apart from that, sorry, continue.
Well, if you want to get into it, I won all sports days.
Oh, well, I won those as well. I know you wouldn't know looking at my physique now, but I was pretty athletic. But what did you win for dress up?
As in, what was I dressed as?
Yeah.
I was dressed as a punk rocker. I'll actually attach a picture because
So cool.
I'll attach the pic for patrons.
You love saying that.
And my dad and my sister just like had dressed me up in these jeans and ripped them like back comb into my hair, put
Yeah.
with a black eyeliner and rings on me and a big studded belt. And I had a wee black leotard. I think it was my PE leotard, and there were like ripped holes in it and stuff.
You were a leotard for PE?
With shorts, maybe.
That's so weird.
Yeah. It was an English school.
Oh, fair enough. So I remember my mum. So my dad worked in a bar, and he had a green like polo, like a dark green polo shirt was the bar uniform, and my mum got it, and I wanted to be Peter Pan, and she cut the bottom of it like this, so it was like his wee, you know, on me it was like a dress length, so cut it like this, so it was like his wee outfit, put a belt around me, out, and cut the sleeves like that as well, like scraggly.
Yeah.
And out of the sleeve that she cut off, she made me a wee hat. She put a red feather in it. We're going to put a picture up here.
Yeah, we'll do. Oh, and they can vote who wore best.
Yeah, we'll put up the punk rocker and Peter Pan. Put a wee red feather in my thing. Pair of red tights. And here, I think she maybe had like a wee bit of thing across here. And I felt like a catwalk model in that outfit. I thought it was incredible. See, when my mum showed it to me, I thought, that's insane. You're so talented. I think I wore that 2 years in a row. She also made me in Aladdin's, I think his wedding outfit I wore 1 year too, which you wouldn't be allowed to wear now. It was all silk, like silk.
Oh my gosh, guess what I used to do? I dressed
What?
up for a fancy dress as Jasmine.
No way!
Do you know what it was? I used to go line dancing and they had a fancy dress competition.
Sorry, You used to what?
Go line dancing when I was a kid.
Why? Why? And you dressed up as Jasmine? I know your dog's called Jasmine.
I know, yeah.
And she was Jasmine when you got her.
She was, yeah.
That's pretty cute. Well, I was Aladdin.
We were meant to be.
We were. I also
What's the song?
A whole new world, don't you dare close your eyes.
We'll get a Connor to edit you onto a carpet here.
Do you remember Katie Price and Peter Andre released a version of that song?
We should do one.
The first line is, I can show you the world. And like, he can sing a little, obviously. I'm not sure that she can. But I love that song, and it was quite a sweet thing at the time. Like, I thought it was romantic. I'm sad.
Anyway, we basically have used all our podcast time, so it's been great.
That's okay. We can just do one more topic after this because we've chatted so much. I was just going to tell you as well, I did dress up as Mr. Twit one year from the Twits.
You did not.
I did, and my mum made me a beard out of cotton wool balls and little elastics around my ears and put talcum powder in my hair, and I thought I was so badass. I thought I was class. I thought, nobody's going to recognise me. I'm coming into P5. I've grown a full-on beard. I am just, like, it was class. My mum was really, really good at making outfits.
Yeah, it sounds it.
She really was. She's very, very creative. Okay, so full-time compers, class or pass. I would give this a pass, but I'm going to give it a class based on the fact that I'm going to go home and enter as many competitions as I can. I'm going to do that.
Well, I'm not sure did the public really understand what it was either, even though I did put a little blurb of what it was, because only 20% said class.
Okay. But I think people would think it's like your time waster.
Or maybe they thought I meant like some kind of competitions like Prize Guys where you're actually spending money.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I know it took a while to explain it to you there.
Yeah.
That was half our podcast time.
We're doing the talkies. That's okay.
Okay, so next topic is audiobooks.
Audiobooks. I love them. I really, really love them.
It's because you can't read.
Exactly. So I remember the first ever audiobook I listened to because it had such an impact on me because it was so enjoyable. So I was always a big, big reader when I was younger. Like, would have been up all night reading. And I remember like when the Harry Potter books come out, although
No.
it's hard now because I don't really want to mention the Harry Potter books, but you know, these things still exist. So, and I was obsessed with Harry Potter. I was mad about it. And I remember me and my friend in the street, Catherine, we would go and get the new books and we would race them to read them. And we would, that day that they came out, we'd read them all day and all night and be like, where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? And it was like such an experience and I loved them so much. But see, audiobooks to me are a whole other level because it really brings it to life. Now, I struggle to imagine things because as you know, I can't see things in my head. So I'll hear things. When I imagine things, like people see pictures, no, I don't see any pictures, but I hear things, like I would hear like a script in my head or whatever, but I don't see things. So I never, when I was reading Harry Potter, was able to imagine what it might look like, what he would look like, what Hermione would be like, blah, blah, blah. But, and obviously when I was reading it was in my voice. The first time I listened to an audiobook, for me it was so much more colourful because even though I still couldn't picture the stuff, I could hear the person's voice, which added like a whole different texture to it, a whole different level. And then obviously movies and all kind of up the game again. But the first book I ever listened to an audiobook was Small Great Things by Jodie, I think it said Picoult. And it is an amazing story. And it's about this, it's in America, and it's about this nurse. She's black and she's a, she's a midwife, I think. And a couple come in, they have their baby delivered and they're white supremacists, and something goes wrong, something happens to the baby and they blame her, but it's all about racism and the hatred they feel for her and all this kind of thing. And see, hearing the one voice artist do her voice, this kind of middle-aged black woman, and then switching into this, you know, late 20s male southern white supremacist, and then being the girlfriend and all. Oh my god, it was insane. So the talent was insane. And And after that, I have very strongly preferred audiobooks to reading.
I do like an audiobook too. What you said there as well, Harry Potter was one of my first audiobooks as well, a long, long time ago, and I did thoroughly enjoy.
Is it Stephen Fry? I've never listened to the audiobooks of
and
Harry
he
Potter.
does all the voices, and I don't like giving them obviously any kind of airtime at the minute. But
we were both huge Harry Potter fans.
Massive, yeah,
huge,
yeah. And we don't support it now, but I did really enjoy those audiobooks when I was younger, and they definitely helped me a few times in my early 20s as well, when I was like going through tough times, just to listen to the audiobooks like over and over again, because it was just one of those things that you could like Friends. Now I rewatch Friends all the time, and obviously it's not really it aged well either.
But I still love Friends. Obviously it hasn't, you have to look at things through the lens of the time a little bit, I guess, but like even Harry Potter, which we both loved, which don't like to give our time to now because the issues surrounding it, but like whenever you were younger and reading it or listening to it, it was all about being different and being weird and being like, it was so good for people who were different, which is why now it's so disappointing.
So disappointing.
That's probably the main thing I feel about it. I feel really disappointed.
Yeah.
But I love the story. I love the characters. I still think J.K. Rowling is an absolute genius in her writing and stuff. It's just disappointing how things have gone.
Yeah.
So I'll not be listening to it on audiobook.
I know anymore. Well, what you said actually about that one where the girl changed her voice, I've actually listened to a few where they have a couple of narrators, just depending if it's male or female.
I've never had more than one narrator.
Oh, I've had a few.
I never have.
I wonder, is that one you're talking about, different narrators, and you just don't realise?
Because I looked after.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I thought it was.
No, well, I've heard ones.
Do you know what book is really well narrated? So Thursday Murder Club. Which I love because it's such easy listening, easy story. And my mum, who does not read at all, I got her Thursday Murder Club as a present because I thought, she can't not like this. She loved it. So every time she has a birthday or Christmas, I get her one of the new books. But Thursday Murder Club, the first few of them, I think, were narrated by Fiona Shaw, who actually I didn't realise until recently she's Irish, but she has a very, very wonderful British accent, which that was not. But like she has a real like RP English kind of accent. She actually plays in Harry Potter. She plays the auntie.
I know who she is. I didn't know she was Irish.
I always thought she looked like my mum.
Yeah, she does a little bit. Yeah,
sharp features. And she, the Dursley. What's her first name?
It's went off the top of my head.
Yeah, something Dursley. Someone will let us know.
Dursley? Is that the right surname?
Dursley, yeah, I think so. Maybe I've just made that up. But she was the aunt in it. But she's in isn't she in like 4 Weddings and a Funeral or other things as well?
Begins with P. Petunia.
Is she Petunia? Yeah. So she reads and she's incredible. Then they switched the reader to someone else in the later ones, and she was fantastic too. But I was disappointed when it wasn't Fiona Shaw.
Well, do you know what? I actually love reading comedians' autobiographies. So
do you?
Yeah, like Michael McIntyre reads out his own autobiography. And
I've never read or listened to a single comedian's. I've never read or listened to a single autobiography.
They're very good.
Why did I say autobiography?
Yeah.
Autobiography. Autobiography is like a really wonderful spoonerism for an audiobook that was an autobiography. You looked at me as if, oh my God, is that what they're called?
Yeah, like all of the words.
I'm going to pitch that to Audible. Audiobiography.
Should you not be to Collins Dictionary to change it? So
maybe I do deserve to be in the dictionary.
Yeah, you do indeed.
I'm going to give it 100% pass. And also... What?
We haven't finished talking. I don't want your opinion on it yet.
Okay, but I was going to ask the watchers and listeners question. Oh. If anyone has a recommendation for an audiobook specifically that you thought was incredible and really elevated by the voice acting, please let me know, because I would really like to like to listen to it. Not listen to it. I would really like to listen to a good one.
Well, yes, we were saying that, definitely One's like Michael McIntyre because obviously it's an autobiography, but it's funny. So there's actually loads of add-ons because when he's reading the story, he even starts talking about how he's like, so I'm sitting in my office, and he's talking about his little swivel chair.
And he has a really funny voice. Like, I like him.
Very good. And he talks about I think it's his granny, but he puts on her voice, which obviously you would never get from the book.
Yeah.
I've done a few
like
more.
when I'm on stage and I do my mum's voice.
Exactly, or the doctor's voice. I've read or listened to quite a few, but we actually have somebody we know, Gracie, has messaged
Gracie,
him.
hey Gracie.
And this really made me laugh. Gracie's message, because it says, I can't stand listening to fiction books. I don't want to listen to some middle-aged posh Englishman read Harry Potter. No thanks.
Wow, Stephen Fry's just been taken down a peg or two by a teenager.
Shows different generations, isn't it? And then she wrote, although I love listening to self-narrated autobiographies because it feels like more like you're sitting down having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, I understand. And Gracie and I probably think the same way. And I struggled for a long time with fiction in terms of, like, I'm obsessed with true crime. I'm obsessed with true crime podcasts, true crime documentaries, all that. And I have always struggled keeping attention whenever I'm watching or listening to things that are fiction. And I don't know if that's something to do with being concrete or whatever it is. But yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Gracie. Thanks for your contribution.
We have another message from Michelle, who wrote, I can't focus on them. My mind wanders off on many, many tangents and I lose track of what has been said. I do get this sometimes. If it hasn't, sometimes I can go off, but I'll just quickly rewind it and re-listen.
Yeah, so, well, you know, I listen to podcasts to go to sleep, and I put them on a 30-minute timer, and I only ever get the first 5 minutes. So I listened to it so many times, and I would do the same in audiobooks. They have to be really highly gripping to keep me. And the likes of Thirsty Murder Club is not the most gripping book in the world, but Fiona Shaw was very gripping the way she was reading it. So I understand the wandering off, but if it's a good enough book. I remember I used to live with someone who listened to, they were like psychological thrillers, but they all sounded exactly the same, and they were all read out in exactly the same English woman's voice. And every time I heard it, I just thought, how can you listen? Like, it sounded so dull to me.
Probably like listen to your teacher in school.
Yeah, there was no inflection, there was no excitement, there was no, and I hated that. So if I don't like the narrator, the first 5-10 minutes, I'll turn it off.
So what? Sorry, is your
I'm gonna. What's up with my hair?
Did you put any stuff in it?
Yeah, I got my little powder in it, but it's just. Whoa. I'm gonna give it a class. I love audiobooks.
Okay, so the public, I thought this should have been higher. It was only 60% class, where 40% people said pass. I was really disappointed in that. But do you not think
that'll be people who'll be like
all into reading?
Yes, and also I think there's this nearly like a snobbiness about audiobooks.
Yes.
Like, oh, you must be uneducated or lazy.
Yeah.
If you don't want to sit down and enjoy the language visually and read it.
I think so too.
Do you know what I mean?
Whereas I like to put audiobooks on when I'm driving. So.
Me too. Yeah, me too. And like, you don't always, like, I know people say, well, you do have time to sit down and read a book because you have time to be on Instagram and all that. But you have more time to be listening to things while you're doing other things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's good for the busy person.
Well, May also wrote in, she clearly was one of the ones that wrote past because she said the voice on the audiobook doesn't match the voice in my head, so she can't concentrate. So I suppose as it is people that just have issues with stuff like that.
That's really interesting. Well, it never matches the voice in my head because it's only ever my voice in my head.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to start narrating all the audiobooks and they'll all match the voice in my head.
But we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
Because the voice in my head is my voice.
Yeah.
But my voice in my head can do any accent, any voice I want it to. Now, obviously, I can't then produce that out of my mouth, but I can do accents and stuff in my head. So when I'm reading stuff,
because we will never know if there's no proof.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Just going by your word.
But we've had this discussion before in thoughts because you also can't see images in your head the way I can. So if I think of an apple,
see nothing.
I can vision an apple.
If I think apple,
You think the word apple?
I just hear apple. So
You
you
don't see
say
an-
you say think of an apple, I hear apple.
Whereas I can see an apple right now here.
Oh, I don't see anything. And like I remember the first time somebody said to me, "I'll just imagine it," and they were like, "What does it look like?" And I was like, and I didn't realize that until, well, maybe I was late primary school when I realized that other people could see things in their head. I see nothing. I see, like, if I try really, really hard, like, I can maybe muster a shimmery grey colour. That's as much as I can get. I see nothing. I just see
I
what's in
find that
front
so
of me.
weird.
But I didn't know it was weird. And when I found out people saw things, I thought, Jesus Christ, they must have the sight.
Well, I mean, when I say I can see it, I can't see it right now in my line of vision.
But you just said to me,
But
I can see it right here.
Yeah, I kind of can, but it's not. It's almost like it's here. Like it's obviously, like it doesn't block what I'm seeing. It's not a solid.
But then how do you see it?
I can see an apple right now. I'm thinking of an apple and I can see one.
But where?
Like here.
She's going like this for people who can't see.
It's like, I don't know. Have you watched, what's that cartoon where all the people are in the person's head pushing all the buttons?
No. I don't spend my days watching cartoons.
It's quite a famous cartoon.
No.
And they're all the different emotions like anger and...
Sorry, you mean animated feature-length film?
Yes.
Inside Out?
Yes.
That's not a cartoon.
Well, you know what I mean. But it's like that. It's like I can see images. They're not there where you are. They're more here.
In your head?
Yeah. See it in my head.
See, if I try really hard, tell me to think of something.
An apple.
No. So when I'm thinking, think of an apple, all I hear in my head is an apple, an apple, an apple, an apple.
Paper plane. Can you see a paper plane?
I can't see anything. I cannot see a single thing.
Let us know
There's
in the
nothing
comments.
behind my eyes. The most change that I can make is I can almost get like a bit of a shimmery grey colour. That's all I can get. And I don't know if that's an image trying to come up or what it is. But surely there's loads of people who can't see things.
Yeah.
But
There
I
must
can see
be. I want
nothing.
If people could write in the comments if they can see things when they talk about it and they hear voices in their head like accents and stuff like that.
So I definitely hear voices, but like the weird thing is I have the most graphic, vivid dreams.
Oh my God.
The
Yes,
most
you do. You'll say
graphic,
to me
vivid dreams.
multiple times a week, here's my dream, and 10 minutes later I'm still listening to the dream and I keep thinking you're winding it up and then
Nope.
no, there's more.
My
There's
dreams
chapters.
are like a movie. And there's callbacks and there's plot twists and they're incredible. But when I am dreaming and I'm seeing those, it's like it's real life and I'm inside it.
I've just remembered.
What?
Last night
Excuse me?
you were talking about Daniel.
What? Sorry, what?
Last night.
Daniel O'Donnell? Daniel Radcliffe?
Daniel Corbin Mackey.
Or Daniel?
Our Daniel. So you
Our
had
friend's new husband.
You drifted off. He's going to love that you said that because we used to always joke and call him Megan's fella. And he used to get really annoyed because, it should be Megan and Daniel, but I would always said Megan and her fella. Yeah. And now I've just said our friend's husband. Anyway, you had drifted off and I said something, I can't remember what I said, but you went, oh, I was just thinking of Daniel. And I said, you were thinking of Daniel? As in, what? And then you went, oh, how did you know I was thinking of Daniel? So I was like, you just told me.
I must have told you in my sleep and then kind of, because I do talk a lot in my sleep and stuff, and I can have full-on conversations where I'm totally plausible and seem conscious.
Yeah.
And I have no recollection of it.
It was so funny. How did you know I was talking about, I was thinking about Daniel? I was like, you've just told me, and then you went straight to sleep again.
That sounds like me. That does sound like me. Yeah. So what was that topic?
That was audiobooks, and you voted class, and 60% of the public voted class 2. Okay, we went over our time. Will we do one quick one? Or
what do we have on the clock there?
45 minutes.
What do we have on the clock there?
I don't know.
Is it still on? Well, do you know what? Why don't we finish that one there? Because we can talk for ages. And what means we'll have 2 topics kept.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, bye.
No. Unpress that.
Sorry, what?
I think we're going to have to wrap it up there today because we've only got through 2 topics, but we've had a lot of conversation.
Yeah, we've had lots.
We don't want to overwhelm people, but we do want people to go away and give us recommendations like we've asked for. Yes.
Oh, no,
You're sitting like this.
I was waiting for my turn to talk.
It's now. What is it?
I was going to say, yeah, you had said about the audiobooks. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Oh, what did you ask for a recommendation of?
Recommendation for audiobooks.
There was something else. Oh, I want to know what people think about in their heads.
Yeah, what people see. Like, can they see something clearly? Like camera, or can they see absolutely zero? Like me, I want to know. It's good. It's good to know. I was away with friends one time, and one of them was like, I said, "Oh, my inner monologue will not shut up." She was like, "You're what?" And I was like, "My inner monologue, like, constantly going talk. And she was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, in my head, it's like, okay, now I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'll go to the bathroom, and then I'm going to." And she was like, "Oh, I have nothing."
I've heard this before.
And I was like, "What?" And she said, and I said, "But how do you know how to do things?" And she said, "Well, I don't know. I just do them." And I was like, "But does your head not give you like a constant running commentary, like you're constantly thinking things?" And she was like, "No."
I can't get that. I don't get it.
She says, "No inner monologue."
Well, me and you have discussed about how I have an inner monologue, but also I have like a second. I'm gonna get
schizophrenia.
Yeah, I have like a second one that will like almost argue. Maybe I shouldn't be admitting this.
No, I think that's a mental health issue.
Do you know what I mean? Like, as in, I don't even know how to describe that, but like, it's like, do you know the only way I can sort of explain it? It's like, do you remember in cartoons and you'd have a little angel and devil on your 2 shoulders?
Is that what you have?
Yeah. But they don't look like that. It's just, there's one that's, I feel more like me, and another one that I'd be like, or we could do this instead.
That's Lucifer.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
No, mine are both female. She's Lucy.
Oh, she's Lucy 4. Yeah, let us know. Let us know what you guys think. Also, join us on Patreon. We're going to head over there now. Emer Maguire Comedy on Patreon.
Do you want to know the topics?
Yeah, what's the Patreon topics?
So we can tease the people that aren't on Patreon.
Yeah, let's tease them, baby.
It's going to be celebs using their platform for political purposes.
Ooh, I guess it depends on the political purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then going out with a friend's ex.
Oh my. I don't know how I feel about that.
We've got a good message about this one.
But then you can't, you
Can't
feel
help
how you
who
feel.
fall in love with, can you?
You can't. You feel how you feel. Okay, those are good topics. Head over to the Patreon and we will talk about those. Come see me on tour. And yeah, we're hoping you're enjoying the podcast so far. Do you know what would be really great? People listening and watching, if you go to Spotify, go to Apple Podcasts, go to whatever, please give us a review on 5 stars and whatever, because somebody gave me 1 star on Spotify and I only had 3 ratings and it brought my rating down to an average of 3.
I think somebody did that by mistake.
Yeah, I know you said that to be kind, but I think everybody just hates me. So please go and give a review and a rating, because that crushed my confidence. So yeah,
and
that
also
would be
get
great.
involved. We'd love to hear of topic suggestions.
Yes,
and not only topic suggestions, but write in if you have something that you feel very strongly about, have a funny story about. Write in, tell us, and then we can ask Emer.
Yes, please do. Ask Emer. Okay.
Because we're running out of topics and we need your help.
Yeah, we do. It's hard to come up with topics. So yeah, we will see you all next week. Thank you. We love you all. Bye bye.
You're allergic to that. You're going to have a rash now.
Oh damn.